Hi, my name's Alice Heaford and I teach at Central Walker Primary School, which is part of the Neat Academy Trust. Today we're going to be looking around the Laing Art Gallery and looking at some things that you could do with your class if you came here on a self-led visit.
When you arrive at the gallery, head straight to the reception desk, where a member of the team will provide you with a coat room key and show you where the children can have their lunch. Once coats and bags are packed away, it's good to let the children take a seat and relax, and a perfect place for this is to sit facing the Paul Noble tapestry in the entrance hallway. When introducing the children to the tapestry, try using these prompts. So this artwork reveals the rocky terrain encompassing Villa Joe, a residence situated near the imagined city of Nobsam, Newtown. The villa, a large glass structure, is portrayed as a collection of curiosities, housing various ornaments and animals. The stony surroundings of the villa are adorned with references to Henry Moore. Now is a good time to explain your plan for the day and to share the type of behaviour you'd like to see from them. The painting of Glen Brown. In the end, we all succumb to the pull of the molten core. Ask the children, what do they think of this painting? How many faces can they see? How does it make them feel? Can you see any straight lines? This painting shows the turning heads of two men, one young and one old, laid on top of each other, seeming to split in opposite directions. It's drawn in Indian ink and then painted with acrylic. You could do an art task with this painting. So you could roll out a large strip of paper, then use the following word prompts to help the children create a piece of art using oil pastels. Light, dark, swirling, bold, turning, Isabella and the pot of basil. When you arrive at the painting, ask the children to list the different textures in the image. You can then tell them the backstory of the painting. So this painting is based on a poem by John Keats. The story goes that a young woman, Isabella, whose family intends to marry her to some high noble and his olive trees, falls for Lorenzo, one of her brother's employees. When her brothers learn of this, they murder Lorenzo and bury his body. His ghost informs Isabella in a dream. She exhumes the body and buries the head in a pot of basil, which she tends to obsessively while pining away. The symbolism within this artwork includes the pot featuring a skull on the design, the basil plant itself, the unmade bed in the background, and the dying rose on the floor. The destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. Based on the Old Testament Bible, the painting depicts the moment of destruction of the two cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. In the foreground, we can see the character Lot and his two daughters fleeing, and in the midground, Lot's wife being struck by lightning and turned into a pillar of salt. Sodom and Gomorrah is displayed in its own semi-contained space, with light and sound effects, to emulate the way in which his artworks would have been viewed when they were first created. In Victorian times, these artworks would have been displayed in tents with live light and sound effects.
The gallery has a whole range of different types of artworks here, which is great for children because if a child isn't particularly enjoying one style or one piece, they can move on to the next one and see a completely different style in the same space. We hope you've enjoyed visiting the Laing Art Gallery today, and we hope to see you coming along for a self-led visit soon.